Doesn't
People
bother
get
me.
murdered on there. So
On Facebook?
I am
On Facebook,
particularly
yes.
offended by other people's bad habits
There's
that
videos
are
of people
not the
getting murdered on
same as
Facebook.
my own at the present time. The way they always do those
But they're
things, this
protesting.
and that and other stuff that I don't have the time, money, or energy to do anymore. But if you've got something to say about
Yeah, no,
stuff I
it's
do
protester
every day, that is not
Oh,
the same
yeah.
as your
Rioters
at
murdering
the present time. Who, tell me who, that's WHO, died and made you king.
Any of you faggots ever tried to use anime moves or dialogue in a fight before? Be me, 5th grade or some shit. Had a disorder that made my teeth orange. Had hay fevers as a baby or something. Bullied a lot. No friends. Lanky kid. One day on the playground, Mini Chad, 6th grader, comes up to me and starts bullying. I get fucking pissed off and tell him to leave. He hawks a loogie, booger in his
That's a
spit.
long O.
It explains it here. Onto my shorts. I reel back and punch him in the gut with all my fucking strength. He doubles over, lays on the ground, doesn't make noise. This being the first time I fought back with a haymaker, I thought the impact would make the whap sound from Animu and he'd go back flying back screaming. He just laid down silently crying. Think I didn't hit him hard enough. Didn't want to hit him again. Attempt to say, that was only half my power. Don't you ever disrespect me again by spitting on me. Instead, stumble with the words and say, that was half my punch power. Don't spitting. Run away and have to sit on the pipe for the rest of recess and had to have a meeting with the principal.
Sit on the pipe. Yes, we all know what that means.
Spit.
Yeah.
They said spit on the pipe.
No, sit on the pipe.
Sit on the pipe.
You spit
Pipe
on
spit.
it, then you sit on it.
Spit and sit, baby. There you go. Already got a name.
That made me think of Rikio, the story of Ricky, which is the greatest martial arts movie of all time.
Yeah.
There's a scene in Rikio. Yeah, he's been falsely put in prison. He's in this like Indonesian prison or something. I don't know where the fuck they filmed Rikio, but he gets in a fight and he punches this way. There's this beast. It's this big fat dude. He punches this way, and his fist goes through his stomach sideways, and then all of his guts and gore and shit fly out of his stomach.
That sounds
like-
cool as fuck.
It's like he cut his stomach open with his fist.
That reminds me of the part in Kung Pao whenever he punches that dude in the gut and his gut plug flies out the back.
Oh yeah.
That's like that's like his gut plug, man. It's like it's just came straight out back there.
Speaking of movies, I'm very excited this week. I bought a shelf. This is a highlight of my week.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was wondering
nice.
if you like changed the layout or something because
It's-
I guess
I'm in
you
the
are
exact
sitting in the
same
spot.
spot.
Notice something new.
Yeah,
but
I just
hey,
put
put a
it
finger on
Did you
it.
get a haircut?
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks
Yep, I did
good.
today. I've been buying so many movies. They were overwhelming me. Me being a person that lives in an 8x18 box.
Yeah. Cage,
I had
if you will.
to do something.
Shelves are always a great idea.
Shelving. I mean, what a great innovation.
I mean, but guys, let's give it up for shelving.
Human innovation.
Yeah.
Part of the
wheel
patriarchy,
is
though.
so
It is,
overrated.
yeah.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
It's just unfortunate that shelving is part of the patriarchy. So we are going to have to deconstruct it completely.
Yeah.
And I am going to have to just strewn these movies are going to have to be strewn about in our new glorious future. Patrick, how you doing today?
Doing great. Just got some whiskey, so I'm doing good today.
Yeah, whiskey is
Yeah.
my preferred podcast drink. I think. What are you drinking?
This is Evan Williams. It's a 100 proof one.
Ooh,
So
nice.
yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Dave.
You. Oh, it's my turn.
Hey, Dave.
I'm kind of nervous
Your
to
turn.
ask you. I want to ask you how you are, but I'm afraid of
Well,
the answer.
It's a topsy-turvy roller coaster kind of life right now.
Yeah.
But, I thought I had a lot of good things going. Wasted a lot of time today. We can talk about that later. But the one thing I'm pretty stoked about, which I haven't even tapped into because I've been so busy, but it being my birthday week and all.
Oh, shit.
He's a ripe young.
What's he got?
Ripe
What
young
does he have?
70 this week. 70 for 70.
What'd
What
you
was
get?
that?
That better be what it says on the cake.
T-Flight.
T-Flight.
Flight stick.
You do a flight
Hotas
simulator?
one.
That was the exact one I was thinking about buying, Dave. Let me know how it
Nice.
is.
Did you just hold
Yeah.
up a box that says Thrustmaster?
Yes.
The
Thrustmaster.
Thrustmaster.
It's the HOTAS Thrustmaster. Oh, yeah. Hands-on flight and stick.
Are you gonna get back
So-
into flight simulators?
Well, no, it's actually it's kind of an interesting story. Well, I don't really want to get into it. I'm doing fine. Everything's good. I got that.
Just gonna end it all
I got a
on this
dope
plane
controller.
that I'm gonna
Don't
get.
ask
It's
how.
a really interesting story. I don't want to tell you.
Okay,
I'll
there's-
tell you
so
fools.
at work, we're looking at playing. Actually, it's Elite and Dangerous.
Oh,
and
Elite
dangerous.
Elite and dangerous.
So
I'll play with you guys.
we've been really grinding that out a lot. Between that and Destiny, I've only been putting my time into those things. But the guy at work said, well, he said, I'm going to get one. I've been wanting one. He'd been wanting for a while. I haven't used one since I played on PC back when Steve-O and I played Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator. That was the
Yeah.
last time I ever used a flight stick.
I
And
got
I
to
had
toe
two.
up too, playing with them.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I'd been thinking about it, and this guy at work, he pulled the trigger, pun intended, and he grabbed one from Walmart, and I wanted it. I was having a hard time with that decision, so I put one in the cart, and he said, I'm gonna have mine on the 15th, and I said, great. And I waited a few days. He did this like on a Friday. And then Saturday or Sunday at work, I think I was just taking a shit. And it was the most expensive shit I'd taken in a while because I pulled the trigger myself and I bought it. And it said, will arrive on the 10th. And I went, what? I ordered mine after his. So I reached out and I said, mine says it'll be on the 10th. And then he kind of got grumpy about it. As it turns out, it ended up showing up on the 9th, which was yesterday.
Yeah,
And
boy.
Yeah, boy.
So I took a picture of it and I said, it's here. It's in the house. It'll be here for about 2 days because I can't do anything with it.
Hmm.
And it's so funny because his won't even be here by the time I even get to touch mine.
Oh.
It's just been sitting
Dave,
here.
Dave, here's what you
So-
need. Here's what you need to do. You need to unbox it, and then take that stick and hold it up to your crotch, like fully erect, and get a picture that way,
Yeah.
and then send that to him.
Rub it
I
on the
could
body.
do that. And
Negative.
technically, I could
That's-
make it work because the way this thing sets, you can detach it so it can be held as a knee one, or on a desktop. So I could really get my crotch in there if I set it in a knee position.
Yeah.
You're right. It's good. It's a
Sounds
crotch
good, Dave.
pick, but not. Here's my joystick.
So that works with an Xbox.
Yeah, it's it'll work with a PC too, but it's specifically designed for the Xbox. It's got a little switch on it that whether it's PC or Xbox. I'd imagine if it's set to PC, it'll go find the driver, which is probably already pre-installed. So, but it would work on that too, and it also has the USB so that you could put the rudder pedals on if that's something you
Oh.
wanted to get.
Yeah.
And then you'd have the full spectrum of things. I'm not interested in that, so not this time, anyways. But I'll be able to see how to do it. I'll give it a test run tomorrow after work.
Is it one of those with the force feedback?
I've had one of those,
That was
I
like
think
all
it-
the rage. Like anytime I was in a Best Buy, I would always go back there and fuck with
Yeah.
this demo thing.
You guys
it's
will actually
amazing.
appreciate this story. I had 2 sidewinders for the PC. The one was the force
Sidewinder.
feedback. Yeah, and one of them was they were the first iteration of Thrustmaster, and I let Walton borrow my force feedback one because I just didn't like it. It was really big and bulky, but I preferred the smaller one.
Like Walton.
And I never got that back, and that was an expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Daryl is in chat. Hey, Daryl, what's up?
What's up, Daryl?
What's up, Daryl?
Hey, Daryl.
When did
What
they
up?
make the? He'd never heard of the Combat Flight Simulator. Yeah, it was like, dude, that was like 2000 that we were playing that, right?
Oh God.
Like,
No, it was before that.
when was the last time they made one of those? Was that it?
They still
Like,
have.
They still make the flight
well-
simulators, but it was the Combat Flight Simulator that was all
Yeah,
like
they was-
World War I and World War II planes, right?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
specifically that, and we always flew Sopwiths,
Right.
but
Which are like the biplanes, right?
yeah, cloth biplanes, and we used no visual aids. It was hard as hell,
It was
man.
tough, yeah.
Mm.
But it did
And
teach
those-
me how to like dogfight a little bit better. Like you cut the thrust and then hard bank, because I think the
Oh man, you
tendency-
turn like on a dime when you cut that thrust.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason I'm looking forward to this is being able to and just whip around during bounty hunting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it had to be late '90s. You were
I'm
still
still
very
in
young.
school.
Yeah, you were still very young
Knee
at that
high
time, and I
to
talked you into
grasshopper.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was when Party Chat was Roger Wilco.
Roger Wilco, yep. Yeah.
Free software.
Yeah.
But we digress. We're just in introductions here, man. We're reminiscing.
Yeah.
That's
Brad,
it. That's
how
all I'm
you
going to say
doing?
for right now. I'll do a rant later about another purchase. We'll see how that goes.
I'm doing great. I didn't have any stings this week and only encountered wasps twice. One same house. One place wouldn't bother me. The other place, I looked up, I saw that's a wasp nest, and I'm like, I'll be right back.
You-
Went,
You keep
Wait.
like a journal now?
Yeah, I
Huh?
was just going to say these are the Wasp diaries.
no, somebody
Yeah.
just reminded me of that earlier, and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't deal with any. Wait, no, I dealt with them on that one day. So I just happen to remember.
Yeah, that's got to suck.
uh,
Like I know you probably didn't used to care too much when you saw a wasp, but now it's like,
I didn't used to give a fuck. And now I'm like,
it's almost a
"Motherfucker."
phobia now.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But I saw him and I went and got my wasp spray that shoots like 15 feet.
hmm
And yeah, it's like
That's
bug
way
spray mace.
Like paralyzes them instantly.
Oh man, jack them up. I was like, oh man, this spray kills them horribly. Okay.
I want to see you twitch.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I've had to use that shit around my camper. They love trying to build their nests around here, man. They move in quick.
Hmm.
They like
you
to
got
move into the vent that's like there's a little vent above my stovetop thing here that sucks the air out. They go into
Yeah.
that little door and they build their nests in there.
oh hell
it's like-
no.
Past 2 years, I've had to fumigate them with that shit.
Maybe like cook up
Well,
something that like fucking grill up some cabbage or something they wouldn't like,
That'll fuck them up.
make them
yeah.
want to move out.
fuck them up. with
Right.
cabbage.
So fucking
Some Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, cook
Make
up
some
Brussels
some
sprouts.
wasp kraut.
They'll be like, let's get out of here. This sucks.
That'll show them.
This stinky cabbage bastard.
Steve-O.
I'm good, man. I got the next couple days off because, to no one's surprise, there's another batch of Starlink satellites going up Friday morning, bright and early. Not even bright; it's actually dark and early. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm pretty surprised about that.
you are. All right.
Super.
Yeah, because the last
surprised.
one was just last week, right?
Yeah, didn't they do two back to back?
I mean, this
Oh,
is,
really?
you would basically call this back to back. This is pretty fast for having.
So see,
And then there's
Therefore, I'm
another one.
surprised.
There's another one. It'll be 12 days later on the 24th. There's another one going up. They're fast, man. And now they have both their drone ships working, so they can do rapid fire. As one's bringing a booster back, they can have the other one going out. Starting to really streamline this shit.
Hmm.
And they just this last one was the first time that they successfully landed a 5th flown booster. They'd already done it, I think, twice before, flown a booster for the 5th time, but they actually succeeded in landing it this time. So now it's another milestone.
Another milestone for Elon.
Yep.
One more.
And another one, yeah.
Becca. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm on a delay. I can tell you guys are hearing me about a second or two after I say it.
Oh, okay.
But Becca, I see you here, and I imagine, let's say, a movie from the 90s that is set in 2025. You look like a secretary for a super corporation from one of those movies. Does that make sense?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
I see it
Does
now.
that make
Yeah.
Yeah. See, everybody gets. Yeah.
It's a compliment.
You have
Okay.
a white
Yeah.
desk.
Well, it's not
it's
a
completely white.
It's definitely not an insult, but it's a statement.
Like there's this scene in Total Recall. There's a secretary in Total Recall, and she's sitting at her desk, and it's basically just a mechanical pencil, and she's like tapping her fingernails, and she's changing the color of her fingernails every time she taps it.
Oh yeah.
That's what you. That's
Yeah.
you.
That's you,
Yeah, that's
Becca.
you.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a good way to do it.
Well, I'm just receiving
But
all kinds
anyway.
of compliments today.
Anyway, how are you?
I'm going to tell you about the other compliments I received today, and you can figure that out for yourself. I was asked to go on a date, basically, with a man that's probably in his 70s, and the way he chose to entice me was by telling me all about his brand new hearing aids that he got. So that was a compliment. And then I received probably like the highest compliment to this date that I can remember, which was at my job. Someone said, "I know an efficient crew when I see it. Fantastic job." And that made me feel so good.
Aw.
You're
So I'm doing
efficient.
great.
I mean, I don't know
You
about-
even
I don't
had
know
a
about the
young
crew,
man
but-
want to defend your honor the other night.
I what?
You even had a young man want to defend your honor the other night.
Oh my god. Me and Brad went to the grocery store the other night to get ingredients for meatloaf. And we were leaving. I had been pushing the cart, and I had just like got all the stuff out of my purse to prepare to go outside to get in the car. So I had my phone and like my keys and all this other stuff. And I had bought a drink, so I was holding the drink, and Brad looked at my
The drink
hands
is
and
what
saw
did
that
it.
my hands were full, and he goes, "You pushed the cart." And he said it like loud, and it was really funny. And there was this kid that was like standing at the front, like in between the front doors, that was pushing some carts around or something. You could tell he was like looking back and watching, and he wasn't laughing or anything. It was funny as hell. But then we get out to the car, and we're sitting in the car, and the kid comes up and walks right next to my car and just stares at Brad, glares at him.
I never
The whole
even
way
noticed
walking
either.
past the car.
I was busy looking at the receipt, circling things. I never even noticed.
Did he start chanting Black Lives Matter as
No.
he did it?
Nope.
I don't
Unfortunately.
recall.
He just started chanting some kind of Santeria stuff and pulled out a voodoo doll and a pin.
That's a couple lessons in chivalry this week because Becca got a flat tire, and
Oh man,
rather than help her change it, I just kind of I walked out there and like let her use my tire iron to get her hubcap off, and then I had to take a shit.
Well, it was 2:00.
So hold on. A few weeks ago, I helped a complete stranger out in the middle of nowhere. I changed her tire completely as she stood and watched.
Uh-huh.
And then Becca has a flat tire. You went and took a shit.
Well, I mean, you know Becca. She's
You
like,
gotta do what you gotta
she-
do.
if Becca knows how to do something, then she's like, no, I can do it. I've got it. Don't worry about it. And I was hurting. I had to run to the toilet. But
The dam was backed up.
it was turtle poking. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
It's a beaver. Yeah.
and then when she came back in, she announced that the tire had been changed and that some dude stopped and insisted on helping her.
And listen, I was gonna do it, okay? And it definitely was not gonna be easy because I was not dressed for it. I was wearing a dress, and so I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna
So you
do
were
this with-
dressed
'cause-
for it.
Well, that's how you got the help.
what?
She was
Yeah, that's how you
asking
got the
for
help.
it.
You had the dress on.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I was sitting on the ground and I was putting the jack underneath it, and I was getting it in position and like getting it close to being up to the thing, and then I was going to loosen the lug nuts and I was going to lift it up, and then blah 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 blah. And all of a sudden I hear behind me, "You ever changed a tire before?"
Sexist.
And
Ow.
Sexist. Sir.
And I turn around and my natural response was, "It's been a while." Like, you know, I just
Feel
but
free
anyway,
to
he
do it
was,
for me.
yeah, I did not want him to do it for me.
If I
wanted to do
knew
it for
you, I would
myself.
insist I could do it myself. But since I don't know you, then sure, have at it.
That's not fair. I fought him on it. He was like, he told me I should loosen the lug nuts, and I was like, yeah, okay. And he was like, you want me to get a head start on it for you? And I was like, no, I think I'm okay. I got it. And he just basically took the thing out of my hand.
He shoved
and did
her
it.
to the ground.
And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. So no, I was already on the ground.
Oh,
I was
right,
sitting on the
right,
ground.
right.
And so he just did the whole thing while I stood there and vaped and watched him.
You didn't
I
like
would've
offer
done
him
it myself.
vape while he was working. Like,
Hey, COVID, man, you can't be doing that shit.
your hands are busy.
Yeah, you
Want
crazy.
some vape? Sorry, I'm living in Tennessee. We don't remember COVID.
You're done with COVID. Well, we are
Distant
too. We-
That's why the numbers are skyrocketing now, and nobody seems to give a shit.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
skyrocketing is a strong term,
Well,
but we still don't give a shit.
yeah, we don't give a shit.
Apparently, the average COVID-19 death, the average age is higher than the average age of death.
Oh,
The average age of death is lower than the average age of death from COVID-19. Somebody said it on the internet today.
that makes.
I don't. I hope
think
it,
that
I
makes
hope
sense.
it's because,
No, that's right. Right. I think that makes sense.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, because
Yeah, totally.
what? Yeah. Well, if you're taking deaths from all purposes, then it's going to be different than deaths from one specific disease, right? Yeah, because
Yeah, don't explain it. It makes it less
Okay, you're right.
fun. So years ago, we talked about this like treasure hunting thing.
Geo-
Becca, you brought this to our attention, right?
Yes.
Becca
Do you
loves the
guys
idea
remember-
of hunting for treasure.
Yeah, Forrest
Yeah.
Finn, was that the guy's
Forrest
name?
Fenn.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Forrest Fenn's treasure.
Wow.
And it was the guy that had hidden something up in the Rocky Mountains, and a whole bunch of people had tried to find it and followed the maps or whatever. And somebody that I went to school with tried to do that and died doing it. And we talked about it several years ago. And then Nathan sends me this article today, and I haven't even read it yet. I just saw the title and I was like, oh my God, is this what I think it is? The title is "A Treasure Chest Hidden in the Rocky Mountains for a Decade Has Finally Been Found." Somebody found Forrest
Nice.
Fenn's treasure.
Way to go, Forrest Finn.
Thousands
in
of
it?
brave souls have ventured into the Rocky Mountains for the past decade, searching for a treasure chest filled with gold, rubies, emeralds, and diamonds. But that adventure has finally come to an end. The treasure has been found. Forrest Fenn, the 89-year-old art and antiquities collector who created the treasure hunt, made the announcement Sunday on his website. It was under a canopy of stars in the lush forested vegetation of the Rocky Mountains and had not moved from the spot where I hid it more than 10 years ago. I do not know the person who found it, but the poem in my book led him to the precise spot. The treasure was found a few days ago by a man who did not want to be named, Fenn told the Santa Fe New Mexican. He noted, however, that the man was from back east and that he confirmed his discovery by sending Fenn a photograph of his newfound riches. The treasure, estimated to be worth over $1 million, was a way for Fenn to inspire people to explore nature and give hope to people affected by the Great Recession, he said.
Wow.
I
what's
can't
in
believe
Is
it.
this video the person that found it?
There's
No, he didn't.
rubies and gold.
Is that Forrest Fenn, this old man?
Yeah, that's Forrest
Yeah.
Fenn.
Oh, okay.
The person that found it smartly is remaining anonymous.
Right.
Yeah.
For how long, I wonder.
I want to know what's in it.
If they do it
I
right,
guess
the
they
rest
said-
of
I
their
guess they
life.
listed
Say gold, yeah,
Yeah,
gold and jewels.
gold, rubies, emeralds, and diamonds. That's wow.
Take it to the pawn shop.
Yep.
Take it to the pawn shop. Well,
Becker,
why didn't
That's
why didn't any of y'all go and look for it?
Yeah, are you sad you never got
Actually-
a chance to look for it?
I found it and put it back.
Oh, took 1 rupee.
No, I took a bunch. I just put an old phone book in the bottom of it to dummy up the bottom, and then I put the, like half of it on top, and put it back where it belonged.
That's cool. That's how you were able to afford
I-
that Thrustmaster.
That's what I was just gonna say. I mean, how
Yeah.
much do you think I got that? I mean, now that
And
I
that
found it, I
premium backdrop too.
Yeah. Well,
Just
it was under a
Thrustmaster
canopy of
and backdrop.
stars.
Yeah. What was the
Canopy of stars.
whole? What was that? The whole? That's not the whole poem, right?
No, it was a much longer poem. I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
wait,
it was
here
like
we go.
in a book that he had wrote.
Here. If gold and gems are what you seek, we have a quest for you. Off well-worn trails and rocky mounts, a chest awaits one true of heart and mind, both resolute in purpose and in goal, who knows no gold outshines the hues that sparkle in one's soul.
How the fuck can you find anything with that? No wonder so many people died trying to find that shit. Jesus Christ. Can't believe it was found at all.
Yeah, is that the whole thing?
Oh. I don't think it was. I think it was longer than that. I remember Becca reading that. Pretty sure. Maybe Scott can write in and tell us what Becca said. 'Cause I don't think that-
There you go.
Oh, speaking
Let us
of
know,
listeners,
Scott.
we do have a voicemail.
Oh.
You guys want to jump on that
Oh.
before we forget?
yeah, do that now.
Sure.
Yeah,
All right,
do
let's
that.
see. And now there's 2 of them. I hope that this first, I didn't hear anything from anybody about it. Like the first one was a botch. I know that, Brian did that one time. So here, I'm just going to play these and here we go.
I tell you what, if I ever catch that slippery son of a bitch whose initials is also urine,
Oh my
I will
god.
milk him like a bull. I'm gonna squeeze the balls and cock the guzzler and drink down like I was some sort of thunder tsunami coming through Florida like a racist son of a bitch.
See,
All right,
that
then.
is exactly what I was talking about at the end of the show. You did it, kid. You knocked it out of the park. Do it again, baby. 865-316-6955. You're killing it, son.
Well,
So that was an attack at Patrick because we
That
know
was an
his
attack at
initials
me.
are P.
And
Yeah.
I know who that was.
well,
I know who that was.
I don't know who that was, but we have another one from the same phone number. So here,
Oh god.
let's hear it. Here we go.
I just wanted to say that I think it's important that on our Sundays, we take the time to pause and reflect the importance of removing government from the world. Yes, I speak of total removal of all governments from the entire world, allowing the people to live free, untaxed, and unchained. Do whatever you want, because you'll get murked by somebody if you cross them. Without government, who would ban guns? If you've got guns, no, people aren't going to mess with you. No one's going to come break in your house if you've got a goddamn fucking attack chopper parked up front. Take a few minutes, get the rotors going, warmed up, do pre-flight inspections. But they don't know that.
This
They're going to see an attack chopper in your yard and be
You
like,
show
wow,
those numbers.
I can only imagine what else that
They're
guy's
not
got.
on the screen.
You know, I don't have
okay,
anything
we-
else. I spent all the money on the attack chopper, but nobody knows that. There's no fucking
Oh,
fuel in that.
God.
Do you know how much attack chopper fuel is per gallon? Well, if you remove the government, it'd be a lot
Right,
cheaper.
yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
That's a good point. Patrick, is he okay? Is he all right?
I don't know. I'll probably have to call him and ask
Yeah,
him about that. That was a bit of a long rant
He's not
about the
saying
takedown of the government.
he's not saying actually use the attack chopper. He's just saying just park it out front and people will know. not to mess with.
I don't know. He did say get inside and do your pre-flight check, which I thought was very safety oriented.
Well, yeah, but his point afterwards was, they don't know that it's going to take a few minutes to do that, to get the rotors going and do your pre-flight checks, and that,
They'll just run away.
they'll see an attack chopper and know not to mess with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check in on that guy.
Check in on.
Thank you for the voicemail,
Yeah.
Mystery person.
Yeah, that was great.
Yes. Yes.
We'll consider.
When did those come in?
Let's see. It was a few days ago, I want to say. It was on Sunday, yeah. Or one was on Saturday.
Sunday?
Wow, okay. One was on Saturday, one was on Sunday.
What was the last one? When was that?
Sunday.
Was that Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, I seen him Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday, something changed.
So he going? I know he had anarchist leanings. He's going all the way now. He's
I guess I'm afraid to go to his house now if that's what he's doing.
He's got an attack chopper there.
Yeah.
That's the point. I mean,
well, at least I know it takes a while for it to load up. So
yeah,
should be fine.
Yeah, he's still got to do his pre-flight checks,
That and it's pricey, so he has to be sure.
Yeah.
Sure when he flies.
he's armed. He's got knives. He's got spears. He's got guns.
Oh, I know where they're at. So
Yeah.
yeah.
real prepper
Okay,
hides them in his gutters.
Gutter. Oh, okay.
Guns in the gutters.
Gutter guns.
Gutter guns.
Gutter
man.
guns. Let me get my ladder. I'll fuck you up.
Hold on there. It's going to take me a minute.
Like a terrible.
Stay right there. I'll be back. I gotta go.
All the water's running through.
I'm
it.
just up here cleaning out my gutters. Don't mind my hands.
It's not like I'm trying to fire up an attack helicopter or something. Don't worry. It's not going to take that long.
Pay no attention to the camouflaged mound in the backyard.
All right, Steve, I want you to pull up that story I
it's
sent you.
hella rain in here.
All right.
Training in there?
That means it's going to hit me in about 5 minutes.
You're about to get fucked.
All right. So we've got a Harvard University study about. I'm going to loosely
Done by
use the
Tyler
word
Durden.
study.
Yeah. Tyler Durden.
We're talking about having sex. Yeah, he writes all the articles there. He's afraid to be doxxed, so it's all written by Tyler Durden
I
on
love
this
it.
website.
I'm cool with it.
So here's having sex during the COVID-19 crisis. So there's a little chart. On the left, the sexual practices during the SARS-CoV-2 era and patient resources.
Right.
So on the left, we got sexual approach. First one, sexual abstinence. Low risk of infection, though not feasible for many. Listen, guys,
Nope.
it's just not feasible.
Can't do it.
It's just not.
No.
Not gonna do it.
Can't.
It's unfeasible. We lost Brad.
The next one is masturbation.
Low risk.
Low risk of infection.
Low risk?
Low risk.
I mean,
Ow.
is that
I like
You
how
gotta wash your hands first.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. You gotta wash
Don't-
your hands.
Don't come in your own face.
Don't touch your mouth.
is this on the safe masturbation tips underneath it?
they've got.
I don't know.
Yeah, they've got.
It does.
I can't.
Go and talk to people for safe masturbation tips, guys. People are more than happy to reach out.
It's
tell you how to
it's
do it.
good
So-
to know that there are resources out here with this kind of information.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Steve, I have an idea. I'm going to read the approach, and I want you to read the thing on the right as if you are a cool youth deacon talking to some kids at church.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
he can do that, man.
I know it's in his soul.
I mean, that's right. That is in his wheelhouse.
He's got his extreme teen Bible.
Oh man. Oh, I
yeah.
do still have my old Bible somewhere, but I should-
Here?
Yeah. I've kept it with
Oh,
me all
wow.
these years. It's got all these like notes and things
Here?
written in the margins. And stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
In the
I didn't know he had it in Tennessee.
Yeah. No. It's one of those things I've just kept with me. It's a.
I keep mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have
What-
mine. I mean, it's right beside a Quran, but you know.
a Dakes annotated Bible big enough to knock somebody out with. It's beautiful. So, sexual approach. Sexual activity via digital platforms such as the phone or video chat.
Hey guys, look, all right, I know you like using the phone and the video chat, right? All right, so patients should be counseled on the risk for screenshots of conversations or videos and sexual extortion, okay? Minors should be counseled on potential legal consequences if they're in possession of sexual images of other minors. All right, look, I know you guys got nudie pics of each other, okay? Until you're 18, I think that's fine, okay?
Yeah, you're all child pornographers.
It's fine. Just make sure you put a timer on that, okay? You got to delete it as soon as you turn 18. All right. Minors should, that's you guys, bros and sisters. Right? All right. Minors should be counseled on the risks for online sexual predation, which has increased since the pandemic began and since the advent of Omegle. Am I right, guys? All right. So speaking with children about sexual risk online during COVID-19, Scientific American has this article. You can read that, guys. All right. I want you to follow this link, guys. Okay. Just look, I want you to protect your instrument of righteousness. Okay.
Oh God.
My PP?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I think the Lord hath laid upon my heart to call it the instrument of righteousness. Thank you.
Yeah, he did.
My PP.
Yes.
Sexual
Okay.
approach. Sex only with those with whom one is self-quarantined.
All right, guys, we're being cooped up in the house. I know hormones are rolling. You want to get dirty. You know what I'm saying? All right, so patient is at risk.
Yeah, with your sister.
Look, depending on what state you're in, sometimes it's okay. All right, so the patient is at risk for infection from a sex partner if they have been exposed while outside the home. All right, so you guys are going out. You got to get your TP. You got to get your battery banks. All right, because you got to keep them phones charged up for that Omegle. All right, patient is at risk for infection from an asymptomatic SARS-CoV-2 infected partner. Okay, so just because you're quarantined together does not mean that you're immune to catching something from them, okay? All right, guys.
Gotta love that head, man.
Steve-O, he's loving it. Yeah, he loves it.
I should have myself.
We're seeing Bizarro World Steve. There's a split dimension where this is the Steve-O that exists right now.
Yeah, in another reality.
Sex.
Steve-O, put your hat on backwards so I don't have to associate that voice with your face.
Oh yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
All right. We gotta
There you go.
we gotta go 1.5, guys.
Oh my God.
All right.
You have become this.
It's perfect.
Hey, I'm hip,
Look
guys.
at
What
him.
can I say? I've been hip all my life. I'm just trying to bring the word to the children. I'm sorry. I don't mean to call y'all. Look, I know you're young adults. All right. Let's go.
Turn up.
Now this
Turn
is
up,
a real
bet.
terrifying one. This is the one that's highlighted in red.
Sensation on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Steve-O looks like
Sex
he's
with-
ready for YouTube right now.
Sex with persons other than those with whom one is self-quarantined.
Okay,
Holy
now we're
shit.
really getting into the danger zone, guys. I have highlighted some of these words in red, okay? And you should take them as seriously as the words in the Bible that are in red, okay?
So these are like things Jesus did? Mary Magdalene?
Well, that part
These are
is,
things Jesus did.
it's up for debate. Hey, we can have a lesson about that later, okay? The patient should be counseled on the risk for infection from partners as well as risk reduction techniques that include minimizing the number of sexual partners, avoiding sex partners with symptoms consistent with SARS-CoV-2, avoid kissing. All right?
Always.
I mean, look, the whole idea, we're all wearing
I love
masks.
number 2.
We're all
Tongue, no tongue, no kissing.
We're wearing masks. The kissing is not going to do you much good because we're all wearing masks anyway. Am I right, bros and sals? Right. sexual behaviors with a risk for fecal oral transmission. You guys like salad, right? All right. Or that involves semen or urine. I know you, Jimmy over there. Yeah, right. Wearing a mask.
I'm so confused right now.
Wearing
my
a mask,
dad?
showering before and after sexual intercourse, and cleaning of the physical space with soap or alcohol wipes. Okay, so if you're gonna make the Lord cry,
Does that include golden showers?
I'm afraid
Yeah,
so.
it says urine.
I'm afraid
Okay.
so. Yes, I know you guys y'all like that sort of thing, but if you're gonna do it, at least wear a mask.
But does that count as a shower?
Oh, well.
If you're underneath the urine, I believe it counts as a shower.
Well,
Yeah,
if you take it to the tub, guys. Take it to the tub. The tub.
Take it to the tub.
Take it right to the tub. Take it to the tub. That's going to be our motto, okay, going forward from tonight, okay? After final prayer, our motto is going to be take it to the tub. And then you're good, you know? Wear the mask, take it to the tub.
Well, I
That's
think
how it's done. Yeah.
I think Steve-O deserves some applause for that. We found a new character. Steve-O, it's perfect.
That's right.
Yeah. That's
JT
beautiful.
youth leader.
And if you'll scroll down, Steve-O, there's a handy chart that they have provided for us. Sex in the time of COVID-19.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, I like charts.
So
These are the kinds of things
top
that got
left
us.
box, you've got. No, I think this is safe. I'm pretty sure this, even this.
We're not on YouTube, so we're probably okay.
So it says you are the safest sex partner. You yourself masturbate, use toys. Take this time to find out what makes you feel good. There's a little picture of lotion. There's a little vibrator. There's like a phone with a browser.
Yeah,
and pause
What?
video.
What? I don't
There's
have my
two
charts.
fingers.
What is the peach?
Oh,
Two
there's
fingers.
two
Okay,
fingers.
What
two
is the
fingers.
peach?
All right.
Here, let's see if I can make that.
The
bigger.
peach is
Becca
a
told us
butt.
about
There we go.
that
That's a
like
little
a couple
bigger.
weeks ago. And is that a fucking?
That's a
Is that
flashlight.
a flashlight?
Yeah, it's a
Steve,
flashlight.
hold control and scroll forward with the mouse wheel.
It'll zoom in. Well, I don't have a mouse wheel, but it'll zoom in on all my tabs. I don't think.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't have a mouse wheel?
Okay.
No.
To the right, it's all right. We won't worry about it. To the right is get off while maintaining your distance. The phone, sexting, and web chat platforms can be ways to connect socially and sexually without exchanging fluids.
Yeah, like a Zune orgy.
Yes, Zoom orgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
An orange.
Dave's on top of all these new trends. You know this. So now go down next one on the left. We have a thoughtful Asian, perhaps boy girl, I'm not sure, thinking about an assortment of very diverse individuals. It says selective kissing. Kissing can easily pass COVID-19. Avoid kissing anyone who is not part of your small circle of close contacts. Well, we're all a circle of close contacts.
Yeah. So let's
right?
let's get to kissing.
Oh. Over the web chat.
Well, no. We're coming to your town.
No.
We'll meet in. We'll
That's
meet in the middle.
That's
We'll-
already a
about to party
Facebook
down.
group, I think.
Yeah. We'll meet like at
The Rubbin' and Tuggers.
the state border or something.
Okay.
We'll meet
Or
at
Macon.
the Claremont Lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll kiss
Yeah,
them
but
They
too.
should be
A
open.
few weeks
You
ago.
got a deal.
Yeah, you definitely have a deal. A few weeks ago when we camped in my backyard, Brian had some O'Douls.
Yeah.
And we were just like, well, we all have to try that. What does O'Doul's taste like? So we passed it around. I felt like a fucking rebel.
Fucked you up, didn't it?
True rebel.
This day and age, passing around an O'Doul's. Ooh.
Yeah. Oof. To the right now, use condoms and dental dams can reduce contact with saliva or feces, especially during oral or anal sex.
Dental dams?
Dental
How does
dams,
that work?
apparently.
It seems like
Doesn't
something
sound like
that
they go in your mouth.
yeah, it sounds like something that could cause you to suffocate if. You could breathe through your nose, but it's like it's like a condom that goes in your mouth.
I don't think it goes in your mouth.
Yeah, what's a
Well,
dental
why, it's
dam?
called a dental dam.
Yeah,
It's for the
I
mouth.
don't know.
I mean,
How
We have-
should
how
I
does
be?
that
So
work?
it's like
I don't think I want to know.
I'm gonna look up a dental dam. Oh, I guess are you already on it?
Yeah, I was.
I'd like to see how.
you
it
gonna
works.
look it up.
I'm scared to, but
Look it up
oh
for
well.
us.
Oh, look at that! It's
Use that.
second suggestion.
What?
That is
What?
what we're supposed
Here,
to kiss
here we
with?
go.
Oh.
This is
What?
good. This is what we're talking
Oh,
about.
I
Okay.
see.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Oh
there's
my
a handy
God.
diagram.
Oh my
What
god,
the hell?
that's so hot.
Now go to
Oh
one-
my God, dude.
There was one over the vagina.
I'm worried about pulling that up.
It's just saran
you
wrap
should do-
over the crotch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a drawing.
What?
I mean,
A line
at least you
drawing.
can get it in different colors. That's nice. I mean, it's definitely a variety. In case you're in a different mood.
That does. Oh my
What?
God.
How
It
does this
just
work?
looks uncomfortable.
I mean,
How's this work?
I don't know. Yeah, what the point of that one is?
Huh.
It looks
How
like
does
a
it
big.
stay
It looks like a
there?
big rubber thing.
You
slapped
know
on
what?
the face.
They've
Yeah, I
got
don't
it.
get it.
They've got it cut out where this tooth is visible. This is actually for like a dentist to use.
Yeah, that's for real dental shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Is
think
there-
what we're thinking of is
Is
is basically just
more
putting
like this.
plastic,
Oh,
putting plastic over the pussy.
right. But wait, over the
Just-
pussy.
I
Huh?
still.
Yeah, saran. Yeah, that's what
Oh,
it's
oh,
like. You
oh.
put saran wrap over the vagina. Yeah, if
Okay.
you
Okay.
if you want to
I was thinking it was for
do a little muff type.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about for kissing.
Yeah. I was thinking more for blowjob.
Maybe they were. Yeah, maybe they do.
Okay.
What? I'm.
Homeostasis.
No,
still-
dental
I
dams
don't
for sex or anal sex.
I don't get it.
That's just gonna get caught up in there. Somebody's gonna choke on that and die.
That's what that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Like,
At
how's
least
this
they're
work?
going out doing what they loved,
That's true.
Yeah.
somebody's going to have to fish something out of somebody. It ain't going to be pleasant.
Oh,
Hmm.
man.
All right, on the bottom left on this diagram, we've got it says it's a picture of a peach. If everybody's on the internet, they know what a peach means, right? You guys know what a peach means.
Mhm.
Press pause. Rimming, mouth on anus, might spread COVID-19. Virus and
Might.
feces may enter your mouth. It might.
Now,
There's not
COVID
been a
sounds
study
like
on it.
propaganda. It's all propaganda now. Now I'm on team COVID.
That's what kills me is you're worried about COVID, but you're all about tossing a salad when there's. I mean, it's an E. coli party, and we're worried about COVID.
Yeah.
It's not been studies done if COVID's spread that way or not.
Well, that's
It
true,
might.
I guess.
It says here it may enter your mouth.
It may. It's just a may.
Do you want to take that risk?
I mean,
I'd like to see
I
more
don't.
studies about it.
for special occasions, maybe.
Just pass me an O'Doul's. I'll be ready.
You might catch E. coli and COVID from that.
Lower your
All right, the other
inhibitions. Very
The other one's just wash your hands. That's it.
Yeah.
That's your. There you go. Your sex tips. Everybody now that listens to Verbal Assault is completely
Protect.
informed.
Coached up.
Yeah, you've been coached completely. Do
Wait,
nothing. That's
is
your.
this
That's
real?
my advice. Oh yeah, this is real.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's still
goodness! I thought this was fake the whole time, or
No,
satire.
no, no.
I thought
It's
it
a
was like
Harvard
the Onion or
study.
something. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I mean, and we can see if we can find copies of these and mail them out to you. Just send us your address on the back of a $20 bill, and
Yep.
we'll do what we can.
hmm
Allergies all day.
Is
Mhm.
that what you call it? Been eating some ass
That's
lately?
it, huh?
Yeah. I forgot to press
What
pause.
a world to live in.
It's confirmed.
Oh no.
Patrick sent a video to you, didn't he?
Oh yes, I did send a video. The first video from this person I only seen
Oh
this
no, I
Oh
read
my
the thing.
God.
influencer.
It looks like she did not.
She definitely
What?
got COVID.
She covers herself in
Jesus.
poo
Oh my God.
Her own poo.
or her own poop
Is it real?
I guess
to
that's
glorify God.
to glorify
Apparently,
What?
yeah, it was like for Jesus or something like that.
What? Just,
It was
you know,
for
you
Black
can
Out
give
That's what
yourself
I had to
COVID
type
that
in.
way. Well, you might
Yeah.
be able to.
Because the original video, it was on World Star, and the title was let me see if I can find that.
This
Yeah,
timeline gets weirder and weirder every day.
I mean, it's 2020, man. Yeah. Yeah, she says she does it to glorify God. So if you would like to play that video,
All right.
you can see her glorify God.
Okay.
I mean, I thought you couldn't get worse than period blood smearing, but this takes the
Welcome
shit
to my
pie.
channel here at TikTok, and look at me covered in feces. I am just so
2
gorgeous.
million
covered,
views.
caked
Christ.
in feces. Look at that. Isn't that something? Isn't that beautiful? And I
That's
do this to
something.
glorify God, to put my ego into remission.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Isn't that something?
Oh,
Wow.
goddamn.
Isn't that something?
You think?
Oh,
Do you think at
goddamn.
all? No, you're not thinking, are you?
You're a crazy woman,
She's
dude.
getting dangerously
This is
close
my
to showing
ego.
her
It's
boobs.
so.
Oh, you don't say anything.
They're hanging low. They're hanging really
This
low.
is the way I am, and I love it.
Oh my God, you,
Oh,
Patrick,
God.
you
Oh, man.
realize it's certainly somebody in my escalated condition. I mean,
Oh,
just watching
well,
stuff like that, I think my IQ, I
She-
feel dropped 10 points.
this is for Jesus, Dave. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, see your shirt on this video. It says God loves dung.
Yeah. Are we gonna watch this? Are we watching this too?
This one I haven't watched.
Do we have to?
I am dung.com.
But I think she
Oh
has
my God.
something with shit on this one too.
Check this out. So I ordered Buffalo
Oh,
Wild
no.
Wings, mango habanero, and
Oh,
it's super,
no.
super
Oh
good.
my God.
And I can't wait to try the
Oh,
poop, the feces, the
no.
shit that I dump out and eat it and taste it to see if it's still super, super hot.
I can't
For
even.
those of
I
you who don't
can't
already know, I
fucking
love to
believe
use
this
this
shit.
example
God damn it.
of eating my
It's like
feces to
two girls,
test
one
out my theories of what is the ego and how I can further suppress it. So if
This
you have
is
any
just
questions,
oppressed
definitely
ego.
visit my
This is
website
what
at
taking Buddhism
iamdang.com
seriously
to
does
discover
to you.
more intriguing stories and comments and videos of
Yeah,
what I love to
Buddhism.
do.
Oh my God, such a lead up. Just do it already.
Oh man.
Oh wait, scroll
Oh.
down a bit further. Scroll down.
Now,
Oh God.
Oh my God. Why? Please stop.
She doesn't put it in her
Oh,
mouth.
God.
Becca looks so depressed
Oh.
right now.
Look at that smile.
God. Oh,
You know, guys,
God.
I'm 50-50 on whether or not this is, this might be a birds aren't real situation.
Yeah.
This might be somebody that's just trying to get some.
I think so.
Yeah, but at the same time, it could be completely. I mean, this person could legitimately be this crazy. It's completely possible.
Well, where is she from?
I don't know where she's from.
She
'Cause
sounds very
There's
American
a
to
hard,
me.
fast rule.
She's
I mean,
Asian,
is it-
but she's got an American accent.
That's right. I mean, if she's somewhere around Berkeley,
Yeah. So apparently
it's
she ate a
probably real.
hamburger. She ate a hamburger, poop hamburger,
Poop burger. It looks like it.
or as tribute for George Floyd.
Right, yeah. It says
When-
allegedly
yeah.
the woman started with her stick of covering herself in her own shit, and but then it goes on.
Yeah.
It says eating it as a tribute to George Floyd, according to someone on Twitter. But a glance at her social media shows that she's been doing this for a while.
Oh, yeah.
So she just tried to jump on the George Floyd bandwagon to
Yeah.
get some notoriety.
It's in everybody. Yeah.
Damn,
Hey,
I'm
I
surprised
wanted
he
to
didn't
do
like
this
it.
on Tuesday anyway. I'm just gonna say it's for George Floyd now.
You're surprised I didn't like it? The
Yeah,
hell?
I'm
So
thought this
gross.
would be up your alley.
This is the stuff. It's just nasty and stupid, and they're probably
It's
from
verbal assault,
Australia
baby.
or Berkeley, California,
Daryl
or
wants me to go to the
Britain.
website.
Yeah, what's the website?
Should I go to
Daryl's
the
talking
website?
about.
Okay, here we go. iamdung.com.
Oh.
Oh
yeah,
my
okay.
God!
I'm guessing
Hit
that's
that
what he means.
enter.
Yeah.
Put that in your search history.
Yeah. Not secure. I am not surprised. The great teachings list of key
What
terms.
is
Okay,
going
so
on here?
cryptic tale.
Laws of the 12 Commandments. Wow. Okay.
The 12
Be
commandments.
careful.
That's
12?
what it says. That's what it
Yeah,
says.
that's what it says.
Yeah,
Ah,
this is,
protecting Steve Jobs.
What?
Some-
I mean, you guys want me to
Anytime you-
venture into any of these posts?
Not really.
Scared to.
She's a sandwich
Anytime
shop
you-
picnic.
Like something like great teachings and capitalized great teachings.
Well, they're
careful.
all capitalized like the title of an
No, I was reading one of the posts
Oh, sorry.
on the right side. It
Oh,
yeah, I think we've got an Angel Initiative kind of situation here.
I am Dung was taken on Twitter. She is I am Dung 6.
Oh, no.
That's true.
I think she probably should have gone for I am Dung 7, I think.
Yeah.
God is
It's more
formless
holy
energy. God
Yeah.
despises compounds of matter. God does not acknowledge the flesh body. God hates the ego. Consuming dung petrifies the ego, as the ego will not support it. Hashtag I am dung. This is how shit salvation must be portrayed. Go to my site and read. Okay, this is...
Oh my God.
So this idea of like abusing yourself in this way it's not a new thing. It's just funny the idea that they're saying it's to, you know, to put their ego down, to debase their ego while they're posting it on social media. It doesn't really work that
It
way.
don't jive, man.
Yeah. If you were serious about it, you would just be at home alone eating shit. But then who would you
Exactly.
get to tell about it?
No, you can. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're 100% correct.
Then you're worried if somebody finds out, but if you have your own TikTok channel and everybody knows, oh, that's the shit eating girl. She somehow makes money.
Yeah. Then,
Maybe we should try to interview her.
yes.
No.
Can we talk?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It'd be a shitty interview.
I don't know if I could handle that.
I think we can find her.
Yeah.
I think she's open for interviews.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
give it a shot.
Do you think we can be respectful to her?
No.
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 Maybe.
Yeah, I don't.
I can, as long as I mute my mic.
We go.
Oh, I would give the best interview ever to her. It would be amazing.
We go.
I mean-
from Mad Mike, the wonderful Mad Mike, to I am Dung.
That's right. I mean, I would mute my mic, but my eye roll game would be on point.
Yeah.
He'd be small mouthing it left and right.
Oh, you know it.
For
Yeah,
any new listeners out
fortunately, though-
there, Dave small mouths it whenever he's mad. He goes,
The smaller his mouth, the less you want to mess with him.
I have to admit, I was shocked by the observation myself.
That is so true.
Oh yeah. All right, let's see if we can talk to this crazy person. I would love to.
Cool.
Thank you for that recommendation,
Daryl
Daryl.
said, "Yeah, get her on to demonstrate." Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. Please. You want to see me throw up on air? That's
Yeah,
probably
that's the
what
kind
happened.
of thing that'll.
Would we have to see her like actually defecate?
No thanks.
No, I don't
As
care. Even
proof,
yeah, as proof you would. But
Yes, as proof. Yeah.
I want you to defecate on a spoon, Solo style. Defecate on that spoon, pick it up and eat it. If you want to watch a terrible movie,
it's too hot for YouTube, but Facebook will allow it.
Yeah, they'll allow it.
That's crazy.
I'm looking forward to seeing Brad's video.
Yeah, where do we go from here?
How the hell can you follow something
you
like
can't.
that?
You just can't.
I want to.
I mean,
don't you
we
have
need a palate
video?
Yeah,
we need a palate clip
everybody,
after that.
everybody, look at this this cat missing the front arms, and here, let's
Kitty T-Rex.
Oh yeah, I've seen that cat.
Yeah. All right. I think we should. Is there any like you need to lead up to this or anything? Is there any kind of anything we should know about? what we're about to watch?
Dave actually asked a real good question the other week, which was, "What have you been working on?" And it got me thinking. And I was like, "Well, I've been working on this VO shit for a while."
That's voiceover for those keeping track.
Yeah. Part of my class is I get office time with the teacher where it's just meant to work with you to figure out how you can make money doing voiceover or doing something.
Yeah.
And
so you guys have been having to do this over Zoom, do class over Zoom recently, right?
Yeah, we've been having to do class over Zoom because of the COVID. So David said that, and I was like, oh, I need to start pushing myself more. And the clip I'm about to play was from class the other day. And then after this, I was like, hey, we need to get together for that office time because I need to figure out how to make some money. So this is the clip. And it was a Western read. I was gone the week before because I got stung by that wasp. So I was like, I ain't going to no fucking class. So I missed the homework, and the homework was to do this read. It's like a Western kind of piece, and you're supposed to do it like a slow narration, very calm, very like smooth. It's supposed to be a cinematic read. And I saw the script and I was like, oh, I actually like the script because I thought of Nathan's Crazy Southern Baptist preacher. Mm-hmm. I tried to channel that.
Oh, see, yeah, now I'm happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody remembers that shit I did.
Yeah.
This is a little bit, well, everybody was reading it one way. And then I saw it and I was like, well, I wouldn't mind doing it. He's like, well, you can record it now if you want. I was like, well, the thing is, I don't want to do it like how you want us to do it. I want to do it my own way. He's like, all right, yeah, read it how you want. All right. And everybody was doing these real calm reads. And then I finished mine. And, well, here's mine.
Here it goes.
All right, click to open. Where's that coming from? It's hold on a second. There it is. Actually, you know what, Brad? I heard a second of it before I remembered to share the screen. I kind of liked what I heard. You set yourself up.
Shit.
You set yourself up to make it sound disastrous. I think it's kind of fun.
No,
it's
fine.
It's good. It's very anime heavy. Here we go. Class.
My name is William Jordan. Better men than I call me Dragon. But I am just a man, and all my life I've heard the tales. Since the advent of mankind, when we first showed up in this big mess of a world, we worked at making it messier. Mostly for ourselves. Our empires rose and fell like children's castles of sand. We built and conquered, and then the tide of time eroded us away again and again. Epoch after epoch, eon after eon, our magnificent works of vanity were washed clear and forgotten. Those are the tales we were told. But man endured. And there came an age when the newest kingdom of man did not fall. It rose stronger than any that had come before, and all around it trembled and toppled in its mighty shadow. Yet man endured. Our keeps became kingdoms, our kingdoms became great cities, and from within our sprawling conurbations we held dominion over all. We mastered magic, we mastered religion, and the gods hail. We even mastered history. But as is the way of man, we just weren't satisfied. We clawed against our limits in our never-ending quest for more. And when finally, inevitably, we pushed westward with our steel locomotives and cattle drives with our land barons and prospectors.
Yeah.
In all our myriad forms, rich and poor, saint and sinner encountered something we hadn't seen in quite a while. The past. In the dusty plains and open prairies, in the snow-capped mountains and forested hills, man no longer held mastery. Here, there would be new tales to tell. Here, in this place we call the West. Then it's just music because I forgot to. Oh, it's just music. I forgot to take out the music.
Yeah. So was that music given to you guys?
Yeah. No, I had to go find it. I was gonna say keep playing because
keep playing.
You get the reactions.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
See reactions, little
Look happy.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I thought some looked confused
That
at
is
first, but
animation.
Yeah,
brought them
Meant for
around.
Animation. That's animation.
No, they had to do it all calm and smooth, and I was just
Loved
crazy
it.
with it. I went the
There
exact
were
opposite
times
direction.
when I
Like, he was, like,
hear
in-
that the
telling people to be
character's
quiet.
voice like took a back seat for a little bit.
All right, now let's get to that
And
point,
we
Steve.
we heard Brad.
What was it like?
Now it's
9:13.
It is
Yeah.
9:13.
9:13.
All right, here we go.
Epic Western kind of thing, but very real, very cinematic. Think Sin City. You know the voiceover in Sin City? Think like that.
Is that right?
Don't push it too hard, but I just want it to be. It can be in character, but I want it real. It can even be the same preacher guy, but I want him speaking soft.
Try 7:13. That's weird. I
Oh,
don't know.
was it like a little too far?
Fuck it. I'll just tell you.
Okay.
It's done. Yeah. Anyway, he's like, so I would have got a call back if he was producing it. He would have called back everybody, but I would have got a call back from mine just because he remembered me because I took a chance and it impressed him, so he would have called me back. So
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
That
good,
looks-
man.
that
That
looks
was
fun.
really good.
Yeah, that looks fun.
But yeah, he was like,
Awesome.
put that on a demo reel, and then I was like, let's talk about office time and lead into what I've been working on now is I'm doing the streaming again because he had suggested, man, you're good at this. Why don't you just do a voice there's somebody else in one of the other classes that does streaming, and he makes like $1,000 every time he goes on because he looks like he's a cosplayer. He's a Rick Grimes lookalike.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, and he'd make good money going around on the road, but COVID kind of shut all that down, so he's not doing that.
I think that guy was here in Knoxville for Boba
Oh yeah,
Fest.
He very well could
Boba
have been.
Fest.
Yeah.
He
Rick
shows up
Grimes
at like
lookalike. Yeah.
Fanboy Expo too.
Yeah, I'm sure that was him. Yeah, but like I had never mentioned wanting to stream before to my coach, and he was like, "Well, you should try it try doing it this way and get a following, and it's going to take time to build the following, but then you can kind of network your skills into other things like VO and then other projects other people are working on.
So did you start streaming? Did you do some
Yeah,
streams?
I started streaming. Turns out a game some of you may remember from 20 years ago, Command and Conquer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the remaster. Oh, you like that? Well, good, because about 5 days ago, Command and Conquer Remastered came out, and they re-released it with 4K graphics, and they used AI upscaling to make all the recordings look better. But it is a 1-for-1 remake. They even had the original guy come in and redo the music.
So if you ever played Command and Conquer Red Alert 2.
Oh, that was my
back
favorite.
in the day. So I was ranked in the world. I was ranked about 60.
Wow.
For a time in that game.
Damn.
Short time. Yeah. I figured out everybody was doing. Everybody was doing the same shit. They would do Tank Rush. Everybody would do Tank Rush. So it'd be like you'd start up and they would build like 8 tanks and they would rush your base immediately. Like, well, everybody's doing this cheap ass shit. I'll just counter it. So I would just build these anti-tank infantry units, like 3 of those, and I would build 3 of the rocket units, the little flying dudes that could shoot from the sky.
Oh yeah.
And I would just I'd wipe out all their tanks and immediately go take their base. It was so easy. Everybody, they get so fucking pissed. It was great.
That's what rocket dudes are for. That and harassing harvesters.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, Brad. I think that looks like a lot of fun. I'd some of that stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can get in on the class now that it's on Zoom. I don't know how long it's going to be on Zoom for, but I don't know. Yeah. Oh, you want to join? It's on Zoom.
So all those people are actually live around where you're at?
I think so. Most of them do, because I remember them from pre-Zoom COVID. Before that time, a couple people are new, and I don't know exactly where they are. I think one dude might live in Jacksonville, but he might commute or something. I'm not sure. But most people are around here. So I forgot what the question was.
That they're all.
What is that?
They're all local.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're all local.
Local. What else? We got anything else, Steve-O?
I can burn through mine real quick. You guys look at my screen. This was just funny, and this is only going to be enjoyable to anybody that watches this live or watches the replay on YouTube. It was just this tweet by Gators Daily, and looking at this dude, he's picking up this gator and walking into this key lime pie shop, the very same key lime pie shop that's about a block away.
Yeah. Does this gator have a vest on?
It has, like some kind of a shirt on.
It's got like a yellow shirt on.
What's funny is if you pay attention to the various products that they offer, one of them is gator jerky. Oh, man. He's coming in. He's putting his gator up for consignment.
Hey, I'll make you a deal. I'll trade you some ice cream.
No, Gary, don't take it.
Please. I don't want to go. No.
I told you the last time you did that, I was going to take you and make jerky out of you. This is it.
Yep.
Yeah, right here. I'm going to Ron John.
It really is like the way he like kind of puts his head back. He's like, "No, please, I didn't mean it."
The gator was actually stealing something out of there. He's making him go back and take it back and apologize.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. So that was just kind of a funny little video. And this is something just you guys might start hearing about it in the next while. There's another one of those asteroids that's going to come close to the Earth. It'll pass by about 45,000 miles, which is actually fairly close. The moon is 250,000 miles, so this is 45,000. So it's higher than like geosynchronous satellites, which are the ones that like provide satellite TV and stuff. But you'll hear about this in the next few months. This is gonna be September 1st, and just like every other time when you start seeing these articles pop up about, oh my God, we're about to get hit by an asteroid. No, we're not. And then I like his second comment in this thread that there's probably going to be some articles pop up about because we're coming up on Mars opposition, which is when the Earth and Mars are closest together, and there's always, without fail, there are always articles that come out and say Mars is going to be as big as the full moon or twice as big as the full moon. Definitely 100% not the case. That's impossible. We're not that close to Mars. But it does coincide with our launch opportunities, and there's a Mars rover. You guys remember hearing about Mars 2020? It was recently named Perseverance. It looks a lot like the Curiosity rover, but it's got different abilities. It actually has a helicopter. They're going to be flying around a helicopter on Mars once Perseverance gets there.
Neat.
So that's going to be really cool. It'll be the first time we've ever flown anything on another planet. And then what even is this? Oh, this was just kind of neat. You guys know that we just launched Bob and Doug a couple weeks ago. And shortly thereafter, it was announced that NASA is now going to be okay with them reusing boosters and capsules for astronaut flights, starting with the second Crew launch. It's called Crew 2, which is actually the third, because this is a demo, and then there's Crew 1. That's the first operational mission, and then the next one after that, they'll be allowed to use a pre-flown booster and capsule. They may not necessarily do it then, but starting with that mission, they're going to be allowed to use pre-flown boosters, which is just really interesting because you wouldn't have expected them to be okay with it that soon, because NASA is always historically they like their brand new rockets. So that's cool. They this mission's going so well that they're okay with that. And then I leave you with this photo that Doug Hurley took today or yesterday or something. Well, it says today, so I'm just going to take his word for it. But this is looking out the window of the Dragon capsule at Earth.
It's pretty fucking flat.
Yep. Yeah. So they're alive and well on the space station, doing just fine. No word of any troubles or anything, but there's been less media events. We haven't really heard much from Bob and Doug since they've been up there, but they've got a lot of work to do. They've got some spacewalking to do, and they're there.
How long are they
help?
staying up?
Well, the plan is they don't know. It's anywhere from a couple weeks to 4 months, because as long as everything's working on Dragon, everything's working just fine. They're going to be up there as long as they can. They want to have them up there until a month before the next crew goes up, so that they can help get as much accomplished. Because the last few months, it's been one American astronaut and then 2 Russian cosmonauts, and Chris Cassidy, he's the American, and he hasn't really had enough time to get everything done that they need, like all the experiments and research and stuff, because there's a lot of maintenance that has to happen. So when you've only got one person doing everything, they really can't get done as much as they want to be able to do. So that was the reason for them extending this mission, is giving Bob and Doug the opportunity to help him out and getting some stuff done. So there you go. Just a little update on Bob and Doug.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you everyone for a great podcast. Thank you, Haywood Banks, for our theme song, and thank you for everybody in the chat. Thank you, Carol, for showing up, talking with us.
Yeah.
Becca, I've seen you writing, and I'm looking forward to this poem.
Me too. This one is called The Wasp Diaries. This is the way I am, and I love it. I'll hold myself up with all my fucking strength. You will have to deconstruct me completely to detach me from my destiny. A full spectrum of something between design flaw and a compliment to the backdrop, commanded by extreme exposure to real thinking. I've kept it with me all these years, and I will continue on, not scared, not surprised, and stronger than any that had come before.
Poem of inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you already thanked Haywood, so follow us on Twitter so you can get our link for the show. Look, you probably want to go ahead. If you're used to watching us on YouTube, you're going to want to go over to our Facebook page and smash that like button. And because that's probably where we're going to be streaming for the time being, because apparently anything goes on Facebook. But yeah, follow us on Twitter underscore verbal assault underscore. And yeah, take it away, Patrick.
Oh yeah, be sure to like or subscribe to us on iTunes or anywhere you get your podcast from. Leave 5-star review. Also support us on patreon.com/verbal assault. That'd be awesome.
Well, guys, you got a couple of wonderful examples of shit to say when you dial that sweet, sweet phone number. That is 865-316-6955. Oh, man. You too can leave a golden nugget that we will listen to and then laugh at or just comment on. So pick up that phone. Do it right now. Even if you're driving, but drive safely anyway.
Deuces.